Hi there everyone, welcome to episode 123 of the Art of Business English. Andrew here again, and this week I've got an episode on some 4 words basically that are quite similar in meaning and often confused, and those are chance, occasion, opportunity and possibility. So, they sound very similar and they sort of express similar ideas. And if you really are thinking about these words in the context of business, like they really are the essence of business. No? Like we take chances, we are always looking for opportunities. There's always a possibility that something may or may not happen, and on occasions, we struggle or we are successful. So. These words are very common in business. They're often used, and sometimes I feel that my students they get a bit confused, especially between chance and opportunity, because those 2 words are quite similar in meaning. So, with that in mind, I thought today I'd clarify how to use these words for you, and then I thought I'd put them into real examples and collocate some. Show you which verbs and which adjectives collocate with these 4 words, because that way you can really use them effectively in your next business English interaction. So let's dive in and look at chance, occasion, possibility and opportunity. Okay then, so I'm going to start with occasion, and what I'll do is I'm going to give you the definition or the meaning of it, so that you understand the meaning first, and that will help you then really see it within context. So the meaning of occasion is a particular time when something happens. So a particular time. So on that occasion, I wasn't in the office. So which means at that time, I wasn't in the office. Okay, so an occasion can also be like an event. So, the staff Christmas party is a wonderful occasion for all members of staff at the end of the year. Another example would be my sister's wedding was a very special occasion. Okay, so at that time it was very special because, it was my sister, she was getting married. And it's similar to event. It's a point in time. It's like an event, and it's a special occasion, or it could be a difficult occasion. But generally, an occasion, what collocates would be special. That sounds much better. But I'm going to show you now what actually words are commonly used and what ones collocate with occasions. So let's take a look at those. For example, the first one, adjectives. So you could have a formal occasion, okay, a historic occasion, a memorable occasion, a rare occasion. Rare means it's not very common, meaning it doesn't happen very often. Solemn occasion. So this is a word that's sad. Solemn and sad, and that's when we would use occasion in a bit of a negative context. And a special occasion, as I mentioned before, and a unique occasion. So generally, occasion is used in a positive light. Okay, when we would refer negatively, we'll be referring to a funeral is a solemn occasion. So that's quite sad. Whereas normally we would say, it was a very formal occasion and we had to dress appropriately, or this is a historic occasion and it may not happen again for many, many years. That event was a very memorable occasion. Okay, so you can see how these words collocate, these adjectives. Let's look at the verbs that collocate with occasion now. And the verb to mark an occasion means to celebrate it in a special way, and to mark the occasion we're going to, open this very old bottle of wine, so that you're going to really put a focus or an emphasis on that particular occasion by marking it, by doing something special. And to rise to the occasion, to rise to the occasion means that you are up for the challenge. In the face of adversity, you can rise to the occasion which means that you are ready for the challenge. Okay, so that's another verb that will collocate with occasion. Okay, so the way we use it finally is on one occasion, the occasion when plus a clause. Okay, so these are the three things, we're going to cover during this lesson. Adjective collocations, verb collocations, and then how, what ways we can use it. So on one occasion, I remember this. The occasion when you fell off your bike. Okay, so that's the clause that we add to it. So those are collocations with the word occasion. So I really hope you understand the meaning now of an occasion. Okay, the next one we're going to be looking at is opportunity. Now, opportunity, very common in business. Everyone is looking for great opportunities. So let's dive in and look at the meaning of it. Basically, it's a situation in which it's possible to do something you want to do. Okay, so you're trying to get something that you want to do. Everyone's looking for great opportunities. They want those opportunities because they want to become successful, or they want to have a chance to succeed at doing something. So it's something you want to do. Okay, so it's a situation in which it's possible that you do something that you want to do. So let me give you an example. I'm going to work in Hong Kong for a year. It's a great opportunity. So that's a great opportunity for you because you're looking forward to going to Hong Kong because you think that you will learn there, you'll grow as a person, and the experience will be very positive for you. So it's a great opportunity. Okay, let's look at what collocates with opportunity then. And the adjectives that collocate with opportunity are equal. So, most workplaces need to provide equal opportunity for both men and women. That's an excellent opportunity, meaning, you should take that opportunity because it's something that will probably lead to great things. A golden opportunity is a very special or unique opportunity that you should take advantage of that. The perfect opportunity, again, it's a great something that happens at the very right time that you want to do. And it's a tremendous opportunity. Tremendous means it's big, it's huge, it's a really big deal. Okay, so a tremendous opportunity means you're very lucky to have this chance. And a welcome opportunity means that you are very open to the thing that is being presented to you. So you can see how well these adjectives collocate with opportunity. Now, the verbs that collocate with opportunity are to have an opportunity. Okay, everyone would like to have an opportunity in life. To lose an opportunity, that means, it escaped you. To miss an opportunity is very similar to lose. It's an opportunity that was missed or lost and therefore it escaped your hands. To seize an opportunity, you need to seize as many opportunities as you can that come your way. So to seize or take an opportunity, these are, really the act of getting that opportunity in your grasp. It's not literally, it's figuratively. But you get the idea. You should try and seize or take all the opportunities that come your way. And you can use opportunity plus the verb arise. So if the opportunity should arise, okay, in case it happens, on the chance that this opportunity should arise, we should take it. Or if this opportunity occurs, I feel that the company should take this. Take it and go with it. Okay, so you can use a verb before or in some cases a verb after. Okay, and the use is the opportunity to do something. So for example, did you get the opportunity to visit your mother when you were in your hometown? Or the opportunity for something plus a noun. There's an opportunity for us to make a lot of money. Did you get the opportunity for a break when you were working so long, or did you get the opportunity for a visit to the Eiffel Tower when you're in Paris? So you can see a break, a visit, these are nouns followed by the opportunity for. Okay, let's look at the next one on my list, which is possibility. And possibility is basically a situation when something may or may not happen. Okay, it's a possibility. There's a chance it could happen. So you can see we can really mix these words, that's why they're often confusing. There is a chance it may happen is very similar to there is a possibility that it may happen. So it's very important that we are clear between the two. So a situation where something may or may not happen is a possibility. And an example would be, there's a definite possibility of a strike by train drivers next week. Again, very close to use, and sometimes chance and possibility can be interchanged, okay? You could say, for example, there is a chance of rain today, or there's a possibility it might rain today. So very, very similar in use. So the example is there's a definite possibility of a strike by train drivers next week. Okay, so let's look at what collocates with possibility, and this is something that we need to be really careful with, because not all words that will collocate with possibility will also collocate with chance. So you need to be careful that you don't confuse the two, otherwise it will sound a bit strange. Okay, so the adjectives that collocate with possibility are definite. So very definite possibility means it's a strong possibility. Distinct possibility, so again, it's very clear that's going to happen. A real possibility, again, you feel that it's strong. These are all indications of high probability. There is a remote possibility. Now, if there's a remote possibility, that means that there is a low chance that it will happen, okay? And a serious possibility is also quite indicative of it's likely to happen. A slight possibility, that's on the lower end, so less chance that's going to happen. And then a strong possibility, which I did mention. So strong possibility is very similar to definite or distinct or real. Those are indicative of a high chance that it may happen, or a strong possibility that the thing will happen. The verbs that you can use or collocate with possibility are face. So we should face the possibility of a financial crisis. We should accept the possibility that we may need to lay off many staff. To rule out the possibility means to, it's not going to happen. You think, we should rule out the possibility of, reaching our sales targets this year because of what's happened with the economy. Recognize the possibility. So if we recognize a possibility, it's acknowledging that you can see it. Or ignoring the possibility. Many people ignore the possibility that things will go bad for them, and therefore, it's like they're living in a world that doesn't really exist. Okay, so you should never ignore the possibility of something bad happening. You should always factor in that negative things may happen, and therefore you need a plan for those things. Okay, and finally, the use. So the possibility of doing something, or not possibility to do something, or the possibility that plus cause. So the possibility that we need to, fire some of our staff is high, or the possibility of doing something. There's a possibility of attending the concert this month, or there's a possibility of attending the trade fair next month. Okay, so those are some examples of the possibility in use. And now we're going to turn to the last one. So as I said, chance is very similar to possibility. So let's check out what's going on with chance. It's an occasion which allows something to be done, or it means an opportunity. So you can see that we're using words. I've done this many times. I'm using the same words to describe the vocabulary. So here we're using occasion in the word chance to define the word chance, and we're also using an opportunity to describe the word chance. So they are extremely very similar in meaning and often interchangeable. You just need to construct them correctly and collocate them correctly for them to work together. So let's look at an example. I'm afraid I didn't get the chance to tell him the good news. So this person didn't get the opportunity or the chance to tell him the good news. So you can see that they're very similar in meaning, depending on, chance has really two meanings. It's like one is an occasion which allows something to be done, okay, or it's an opportunity. And we're going to look at the second meaning in a second. So let's quickly first look at collocations with the first meaning. So you can have a good chance, okay, an ideal chance, the last chance or a last chance. So we normally say the last chance, a second chance, and unexpected chance. So again, it's very common to hear this is the last chance, or this is the last, time. The second chance I've given him or her. This is a good chance, or there is a good chance of rain. Okay, which basically means there's a big, strong possibility that it will rain. So you can see that they're very similar. The verbs that we can use with chance are to get a chance or to have a chance. It's very similar to get the opportunity. You can have an opportunity. Okay, so very similar between chance and opportunity or possibility. You deserve a chance. So deserve is μεταφέρει, meaning it's your time. You should get this chance. It's a welcome chance. You can give someone a chance. Many people need to be given a chance to succeed before, to validate them, okay? To take a chance, many people in business take chances every day to make sure that, if you don't take a chance sometimes, you'll never risk anything and therefore you'll never succeed. You can turn down the chance. Turn down, which means to refuse. In Spanish, it would mean rechazar. So to turn down the chance means you don't accept it, okay? Someone gives you the opportunity to do something, you say no, basically. Okay, and the use is the chance to do something, okay? Did you get the chance to visit your mother while you're in your hometown? So again, very similar to did you get the opportunity to visit your mother in your hometown when you were there visiting her or visiting the hometown? So you can see sometimes they're interchangeable. All right, the second one is it can also mean, now this is the second meaning of chance, it's like likelihood, which is probability. So the level of possibility that something will happen. So you can see it's pretty much exactly the same as possibility. It's something that may or may happen. There's a chance it could happen. Okay, so let's have a look at the example. There's an outside chance that I'll have to go to Japan next week. An outside chance means there is a small possibility. Okay, so again, very similar in meaning, or practically the same in meaning to possibility. All right, let's look at what collocates then with this version. Adjectives, a fair chance, which means quite, it's like, it could happen. An outside chance means the probability is that it's not going to happen. There's a realistic chance, that means there's a higher probability that a thing could happen. There's a reasonable chance, it's like 50-50 maybe. And a slim chance would be very unlikely to happen. Okay, so those words are great. Really great for using in your business meetings when you're talking about, situations that, a lot of the time we are, in these situations where we're talking about what we're making predictions about the future and what we should do or what we might do based on what may or may not happen. So understanding how to use these adjectives with chance will really make your English much more precise. If you say, there's a realistic chance that the company will not be able to service its debt in the coming months, then that's much clearer to your boss than there is a chance that the company won't be able to service its debt. So if you said to an employee, there's a slim chance that we may need to make you redundant, that will be much, that will make them feel much more confident than if you said there is a chance. A slim chance is less than a chance. Okay, so collocating these, using these adjectives to collocate with chance makes your English much more descriptive, and you can really be more descriptive in the way you talk to people. Okay, let's look at verbs. You can be in with a chance. The company is in with a chance of winning the contract. This means, there is a possibility that we can do it. And to stand a chance of, we stand a chance of really succeeding if we direct the company correctly over the coming months. Okay, so you notice that because there's of, you need to follow the next verb with an ing form. So we stand a chance of winning, or we stand a chance of succeeding. So you need to follow that with a gerund. And finally, the use, the chance of doing something, there's a chance that plus a clause. By any chance, this is a good expression. Do you have any, for example, do you have any spare change by any chance? Spare changes, coins that I could just, coins for when you want to wash the car or things like that. By any chance, could you help me at 5 o'clock when you finish work? Meaning in Spanish it would be por casualidad. Okay, so this is a nice expression with chance. And on the off chance is very similar to by any chance. On the off chance means, on the off chance you see Richard, tell him to call me, which means on the on the small possibility or the small probability that you see him, tell him to call me. And then the last one is no chance. There's no chance of me helping her. I can't stand her. So if you say there's no chance, it means it's not going to happen at all. Okay, so those are the different meanings of chance and some collocations and use of those of the vocabulary and some expressions. So that really does bring us to the end of the episode. But I'm sure you'll agree, these words are very common. They are really descriptive, and they're really important if you are contemplating, discussing things that may or may not happen in the future, and can be really, really useful in strategic planning meetings or situations where you need to discuss different options or different outcomes based on circumstances that may or may not happen. So I encourage you to go back. You should have grabbed a notepad and taken some notes, but you can check out the full episode over at The Art of Business English or on my YouTube channel, The Art of Business English. And there it's all laid out on the blog. You'll have all of the expressions with the collocations. So really useful. Make sure you understand. I mean, those adjective collocations are really, really great. They're really descriptive, and you can really put these 4 words into use. So that's it from me then, people. What's more to say? Well, it's the end of May, heading into June now, and yeah, what a time it's been. I'm feeling pretty good now that we're heading into summer, and quite relaxed now, considering everything that's happened over the past few months. Really starting to change rhythm, which is good because it's been very hectic. I feel that during this pandemic time, I've been working at 120 or 150% of my normal work capacity. So yeah, now we're just winding things down a little bit. We're heading into summer, so everyone's starting to have a smile on their face here, which is great. I hope you're in the same situation. I hope you are trying to come out the other side of the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. If you're not, then don't worry. It does come to an end eventually. Fingers crossed that we don't have more, outbreaks in the future. However, yeah, it's been a pretty intense and interesting experience for all of us, and a big learning experience, and an interesting opportunity for many. If you are looking at, the markets and your pension plan and things like that, I'm not a financial advisor, but my advice is to just stay calm and don't do anything too drastic, because things are starting to calm down now. And as always, there will be lots of winners and lots of losers, and there's going to be lots of opportunities. So make sure you're on the lookout for all of those wonderful chances, opportunities, possibilities, and occasions that may come your way. Okay, my friends, that is it for me. I will see you all next week on The Art of Business English. As always, it's a pleasure. Take care. Bye for now.